Welcome back, Internet, and today we're still talking about Billy Mitchell. Now, when I released my last video about Billy's achievement with this new score in the game Pac-Man, I had recorded a lot more footage around that video, and as I was editing that video, I was seeing that it was becoming not only rather lengthy, but my original intent in creating the video was getting quite muddled, because the content that I recorded on top of my congratulations to my friend was content that was more answering to some of the rumbles, questions, comments, and concerns that I was starting to see bubble up around social media, the forums, and Twitch streams everywhere. And so I cut the video a little short in my story that I felt answered the one major rumbling of, did Billy Mitchell achieve this score first? I thought in backdating a story for Bill all the way back to February of 2019, I could effectively say this guy has been talking about getting this score for nearly 2 years, because let's face it guys, we're almost at February 2021, which is a scary but true thought. And what I can effectively speak to is the human aspect of things, or the preservation of the history, or the documenting of the arcade culture, but not necessarily the technical aspects of how these machines work, or what track or anything like that that these scores should be on. Also, frankly, I've been enjoying my time here on YouTube and building some sort of small community around the things that I've created and around some things that I really love, which is the theater arts and toys, and yes, also arcade and retro culture. However, I know to have a successful and good, interesting YouTube channel, I do also need to speak to matters that I am passionate about. And I think it is no small secret that I am passionate about the documenting of this man's story, and I'm passionate about the old retro arcade culture and the documenting of those stories. So I guess I should go back to old sign-ins from videos I've previously recorded that are adored by half dozens. I'm going to just say this again. I don't speak for Billy Mitchell, his legal team, or his family. So now, let's take another moment to talk about Billy Mitchell and his most recent Pac-Man score. So let's talk about the elephant of an arcade cabinet that was in the room for 10 days, the PacMan Galaga 20th Anniversary machine. So the reason I cut this from my initial congratulatory video to Bill was, I don't like to state the obvious. You see, as a writer, I had been told to be concise in my storytelling and to get to the point, so I didn't think I needed to bring up what was already on camera for 10 days. I guess that's just my point, is that I don't see who you guys think you're calling out by telling us that it's on the 20th anniversary machine. I mean, Billy showed it live on his stream for 10 solid days, as did Galloping Ghost, so I don't see who was trying to hide the machine. It's not like they trotted it out, painted it up like a Pac-Man, and called it a Pac-Man. It was on camera, so I just don't see the call out there, because that's sort of like the 4th grade bully who used to push me into my little locker and say that I had freckles on my face. Thanks, Christopher, I know. And furthermore, and do remember that I am only reporting from various things that I've seen around social media and the internet, so I could stand to be corrected. And also remember my typical sign-in for these types of videos, that I do not speak for Billy Mitchell, his legal team, or his family. But furthermore, I do believe that the machine was actually Namco suggested. I have been seeing quite a few reports around social media that Namco actually suggested this machine to Billy in an email, as in working on achieving this score, it was discovered that this glitch is found on that particular machine. Also, I mean, look at the picture, guys. It's a 20th anniversary machine that Mr. Pac-Man is playing on the game's 40th anniversary, which brings me to my final point of, it was done in the fun and good taste of celebrating a great game on a major anniversary. So why not have this key player in the PacMan leaderboard come out and achieve this record, this score, or this stunt? Whatever you want to call it, you can't call it easy. Like I said previously, I believe only like 7, definitely less than 10 people in the world have achieved a perfect Pac-Man in general. And there is no one recorded of achieving this particular beyond perfect Pac-Man on this machine. So, like Billy Mitchell or not, this was a great event and a great thing to watch on Twitch for Pac-Man Day when we have to be socially distant and the arcade wasn't even open to the public. It was a nice thing to stream for a beloved game's anniversary, and no one was trying to cover up what machine the man was playing on. His hands were visible, and other shots and other streams were even present the whole 10 days, so I guess I just don't see the point of telling the machine that it's a 20th anniversary, much like I didn't see the point of telling me that my face has freckles. Okay, full disclosure, I went through the footage of me making this same point from my previous video recording, and I just don't love the footage because my camera was a little blurry and I didn't quite notice, so I'm going to re-record this point for you here, and you can just take the congratulations video as what it is, a anecdotal congratulations video, because whether you like the guy or not, I still think it's a pretty impressive feat for anyone to perform on that game on either version of the machine. So the last point I want to talk about is the fact that there are other players coming forward and stating that they have done this score before Billy Mitchell, or at least that they have also done this score. Some things I'm noticing about that is nobody is claiming to have achieved it first. There has been nobody stepping forward and saying that they discovered this, simply that they knew about it and that they have done it. But nobody is claiming ownership, to my knowledge, other than Billy Mitchell on discovery of this, which makes perfect sense to me, because if you look back all the way to 2015, this is something I did find digging around the internet and talking to a few people in the scene, you can see Wayne Richards, who we all know isn't a huge Billy Mitchell fan, actually talking about Billy Mitchell.
On this version, there's an extra 5,060 points that isn't on the other original version.
Trick. So this is something that was not only released as Twin Galaxies media, but somebody that we know to be a sort of enemy of Billy Mitchell, giving him credit for this Beyond Pac-Man dating all the way back to 2015. Now, if any of these players who are saying I've done the score first, or I've maybe done it before Billy, have record and proof of that, I will tip my hat and give you that congratulations, because like I just said, I think it is a huge achievement, no matter who you are and no matter which machine you are playing on. To be able to play not only a perfect game, but to make a discovery even further about a game, whether it's on a varying machine's hardware, is an impressive feat of gaming. I don't think that can be or should be denied. My final point on other players coming forward with their supposed achievement of this score is this. Imagine if Billy Mitchell had popped into comments somewhere and stated, oh yeah, I've done this score too, there's just no proof, and no, I didn't do it live, and no, there were no witnesses, and no, I didn't think to record it, even though it's a fairly groundbreaking discovery on the game, because I was, just focused on something else. The internet would eviscerate him. There would be no benefit of the doubt for Billy Mitchell. So when I see people online telling me that Billy Mitchell supposedly plays by a different set of rules than less notable players, I don't see how this different set of rules is making it any easier for him, especially since the great maiming. He's under such scrutiny that there is, again, no benefit of the doubt for Billy Mitchell. So for someone to comment that they too have achieved this amazing feat in Pac-Man, I am not here to call that person a liar, but I am certainly here to say that that person must have proof to submit and be recognized for this score. Fact of the matter is, to quote the Sauce Boss, if you don't have proof and evidence, your score cannot be accepted. So why am I being asked to believe that my friend's achievement means less than it does because other people supposedly achieved the score? Oh, it's no big deal. Someone else has done it. All right, that's fine. Show me the proof. The same way that you would ask Billy Mitchell to show the proof for every breath he takes. Closing out, all I wanted to say is this. Now, I did see that Tipster had reported something that he received from our friend Sean Van Buren, supposedly from Billy, wherein we saw that Namco will be recognizing the score as a separate score on a separate machine. So the way I see it is that's not a shameful thing, but a cool thing for Billy Mitchell, because not only does he have the first perfect game on regular standard yellow arcade machine Pac-Man, he now has the first beyond perfect game on the 20th anniversary machine, wherein that score is only possible on that machine. Now, if you look at Billy Mitchell's history as a player, he's less of a direct head-to-head player, kind of like a Robbie Lakeman, Wes Copeland situation in Donkey Kong, or I guess Surfantizer, John McCurdy, Robbie Lakeman now, since Wes isn't really playing as much classic Donkey Kong. You look at Bill, and he doesn't really have that. I mean, yes, that was brought up in the movie with Weeby, but it's just not really there in the history of his play style. What Billy Mitchell has been on the scoreboard is a trailblazer. He is the first Donkey Kong kill screen, the first perfect Pac-Man, and now he is the first beyond perfect Pac-Man on the Galaga Pac-Man 20th anniversary machine. That's just the facts. And until I'm proven wrong, that's just going to be my facts. So I guess I'll catch you backstage, internet. I have some ideas of another video that I'm going to be making on this subject matter. I just don't have it in me to put it all into this one video. The holidays are close and everything is a little bit stressful in the world right now, and I work quite a bit. So I just wanted to get this short video out there because I said I was going to, and I like to live up to my word. As always, questions, comments, concerns in the comments, but don't make me take it away, boys. Have a good night, and I'll catch you backstage, internet. Lastly, I just wanted to thank some of the artists that are making my videos possible, and namely this Billy Mitchell special possible. So first of all, you know him, you love him. He's been in the background of a few videos. It's Billy Mitchell in yarn, my little crocheted doll Billy Mitchell, whom I adore. I adore him so much, I bought him this cute little couch I found at a thrift store. So Yarn Billy is by my good friend C. Rosenfield. Clearly, they are extremely talented in the medium of crochet. I mean, look at this guy. He is adorable. And they are actually also working on an adorable little Donkey Kong skin rug for him as well, sort of inspired by this famous Etsy post that is beloved by both Alan Stahl and I. Alan and I are big fans of this. Now, next to Billy in yarn is a piece by my neighbor, actually, Gavin Smith, who is a local comic book illustrator, and he did a recent promotion wherein if you donate to a Black Lives Matter charity, that he would do some sort of cool comic book headshot of your choice. And I was mulling over starting that YouTube channel that we're here at today, and I decided I was going to donate, and I needed this wonderful, epic comic book style Billy Mitchell for my desk for these videos. So I just wanted to feature that a little bit closer up so you guys could get a good look at this art piece, and give a shout out to Gavin Smith for this piece. Lastly, I guess the pieces on the wall up here are, well, they're mine. So we have my Arcade Fire cartoon pieces. I sell these prints at conventions and stuff when I go out and do stuff with Bill. So we have little cartoon Billy flinging a barrel, Donkey Kong style, at Steve Wiebe. Steve, we would never do that. Really, truly, from the bottom of my heart, Steve Wiebe sounds like a stand-up guy. So it's all in good fun. It's all playing on the stereotypes of you guys from the movie I Would Never Throw a Barrel at You, Steve. And then above that, we have Walter meditating out in the twin galaxies with a little space invader, and I just thought that was really cute and fun, and it kind of brings me peace, and it was just a fun watercolor to do, so I framed those and stuck them up in the office because they make me happy. So I figured give a shout out to my artists, because this is also an arts channel and we support the arts here. And lastly, I'm sure you noticed him, but please let's give a round of applause to my channel artist Dorothy Tiemann for spitting out this amazing cartoon Billy to hang out with me for these Billy Mitchell videos on the channel. He matches the style of Avatar me very well, and maybe, just maybe, I'll rustle up some more funds to implore Dory to give Bill some more expressions and animations as well for the channel, if I am to make some more videos on the topic, which, let's be honest, it seems like that's how them barrels are going to be falling. So thank you guys. Remember to subscribe, and I hope you enjoy the channel. Catch you backstage, internet.